What's going on, everybody? Oh man, do I have the story to tell you? Truckers, we need to fix ourselves. Is that better? I think that's a little better. We need to fix ourselves and how we approach people. Y'all know why later on in the video, but something's got to change. These truck stop comments that have been going on that truckers do because you're so lonely. Don't take it out on regular people. We have to do better. All that I can say about that. How many miles do I have to go? I'm in Alabama right now. I gotta go to Atlanta, Georgia. I got 3 hours to go. Okay. That's more than enough time to spit out this little story I got going on. Oh man. First off, we know why truckers, say the things we say because we're so fucking lonely. That's like the worst. That's one of the worst parts of the job, bro. It is lonely. I made a video before about how it would get you feeling. I don't think I even uploaded it. I might have to check and see if I even finished editing it. Oh man. That person is spun out. Lucky I'm paying attention, because whoo! Okay. I guess he had a wreck or something and he spun out right there. Are you still driving? You're still driving, bro, after all that? Homeboy, you need to have some cops out here to look at your vehicle. What was that? Did the wind blow? The wind's not even blowing hard. How did you just try to do a U-turn or something and do like a 180 drift thing? I don't know how you ended up in a ditch like that, but he's like, all right, I'm dipping, and he's gone. Okay, that stuff you see, I wish I had this pointed that way so that y'all can see. The stuff you see on this road, I swear. Where were we at? Oh, God, it's lonely out here, right? But that don't mean you take your loneliness out with lewd comments towards people or aggravation towards people. You got yourself in this position. You knew it was going to be lonely. And I'm speaking to myself right now too. You knew it was going to be lonely. Some people, it's all they have though. It's all they can do. It's what they have to do to survive. Because failure's not an option. Growing up like I grew up, failure is not an option. You gotta survive. You don't really have much support financially. Yeah, so it's hard. But that's not what I'm talking about on this video. So my story's gonna come in a little bit later on. I have to ask, how would you truckers feel if it was you behind these counters at these truck stops? If it was you at these guard shacks? If it was you behind the shippers' walls? How would y'all feel if somebody just came in screaming because they're having a bad day? And you were having a good day? Or what if you wasn't having a good day? What if you were having a bad day too? You have to be professional. So why don't truck drivers be professional? Right? Why don't they act like professionals, like the professionals that we are? Because truck drivers don't act professional. Truck drivers are some of the most jerkish people I know. I see on the road. There are some assholes. Yeah, there's some nice people, but a lot of the times these older generation truck drivers, that's where it mainly is, these older generation truck drivers. They're grumpy. They're old. They're stingy with the lanes. I'm sorry life hasn't gone well for you. Try harder. Try something else. Obviously, this isn't what you need to do. So 2 stories. I'm going to kick out 2 stories in this one video. Y'all get a 2-for-1 deal. The first off is the grumpiness. Okay, so I made a video before about this trucker. I think I did make this video. This trucker, he's an older gentleman. He's of the Caucasian descent. Well, he's always so grumpy, right? And I was taking my 30-minute break after I backed in the trailer at the Walmart DC. I took my 30-minute break and he honks. He lays on his air horn and his other horns. I look up at him. I like point to my wrist, like the time, right, to let him know that, you know, I'm still on my break. I'm taking my break right now. This man, this menace, he gets out. He's like, hey, are you leaving anytime soon? I was like, I'm taking my 30-minute break. I'm not gonna move. You know, I was eating, I was watching a video, I was having a break, right? It's stressful enough. I need some time to relax, right? So I was taking a break. He's like, well, I don't like backing in next to somebody. Man, you are a professional driver, right? You should be able to back your bobtail up underneath a trailer. I don't get why people don't like this. Back it up underneath the trailer behind somebody. How are you gonna back up your trailer, right, at a truck stop or something if you're too scared to back up a bobtail into a trailer next to somebody that has their tractor parked? Come on now. It's not that hard. I don't like backing up next to somebody. You didn't even have no trailer behind you. Like, it's just a bobtail, bro. I don't get it. I do not get it. It happened to me again, like last week, or this week. It was this week, yeah. But I don't understand why people are so scared to back a bobtail up and meet in this right lane under a trailer when somebody else is parked right there. It doesn't. That makes sense. You're gonna go out of your way to tell me that you don't like backing when somebody's right next to you. The trucking ain't for you, bro. If you can't back a bobtail up under a trailer without running the risk of hitting something, trucking is not for you. You need to pack your bags and leave. Okay, but off topic. This truck driver, he was on the scales in front of me today, right? And I pulled up a little bit, and because I had to rescale my load because it was overweight, so I had to take it up to the door, let them rework it, take like 2 pallets off, and then rescale it. And I told the guard, I was like, hey, you already got my paperwork. He's like, it's okay, yeah, I know. He asked me about the seal and all this stuff, and he was like, yeah, just watch it. He's really heavy on his back end, and he's really grumpy today. I was like, when is he not grumpy, right? Like, there's no reason to be this grumpy all the time. I see sometimes I will be grumpy, sometimes I'll be in my feelings, sometimes people have emotions, but you can't always be grumpy. It just can't happen. Old buddy was grumpy, you know, so I backed up well behind the stop line for me to wait on him so that he can have all the space in case he wanted to push the gas too hard and sling himself back to hurry up and get his front wheels or whatever on the scale, and he goes too far. I'm not gonna run that risk, so I backed up. I gave him all the space he needed. He got off. Okay. But I mean, you see a lot of truckers out there that are that grumpy 24/7. A lot of them that they'll see you getting ready to have a spot, right? They'll see you waiting on the person to get out, so you're waiting there with your blinker on, pointing to that spot, and there will be somebody that came just into the truck stop. They just came in, right? They see you, you make eye contact, and they just pull straight in. Like, they turn into it. They don't back in or nothing. They do that to take that spot from you, even though it's the only spot and you've been sitting there for 10 minutes waiting on this person to leave. It gets aggravating. It really grinds my gears more than a newbie that don't know how to shift. That's what it does. Enough of that tangent. The real story that I wanted to share about truckers and these and how they talk to people. I had a rider with me when I was over the road. I'm not gonna say their name. Very beautiful girl. I paid for her shower. Waited for her. My shower came up like after she got out of hers. And she didn't even go in the truck. She stayed in the truck stop. I thought she was going to go in the truck. She stayed in the truck stop and just waited on me she was waiting on the stairs. It's a double-storied, I think it was a T8. She waited on the stairs, and I told her she could just went into the truck and, you know, watch the movie on the Xbox or something, but she said it's okay. She'd rather just wait there. She's a really cool girl. But she told me when I came out that there was a guy, a trucker, older gentleman, and he was like, how much did he pay for you? What? I was like, who was it? Because I was about to smack this man in his mouth, bro. Like, I'm quick to anger. And I really care about her. Bro, you gonna talk about her like that? Yeah, me and you have some problems. She didn't tell me. Because I was gonna find him. She told me afterwards, after, you know, he already got in his truck and left, she's like, that was him. And I'm not gonna do anything with my truck because that's that's assault with a deadly weapon, right? But I was about to smack this man in his mouth and handle that. Because you ain't gonna talk to my friend or anything like that. Anybody I care about, you ain't gonna talk to them like that. Just straight up assuming. Because me and that man, we were about to scrap. Straight up. Oh man. That road just took me into like the gutters. Like, I guess when they were paving the road, they dug a little bit out of it. My wheel caught it, and you know I don't fight it. You know, I let it roll into it, and I roll back on the road. Because if you fight it, you'll yank it, and then you'll yank your truck into the other lane. So I let it roll off and then come right back in. I think that's the safest way to do it. If somebody proves me wrong, I'll change the way I drive. But right now, that's the way I feel is safest. But man, y'all truckers better watch your mouth when you talk to some of these women. Watch your mouth when you talk to people, because you run you run across the right person, and they gonna give you some problems. I already got a simple battery, bro. I'm not scared for another one. You feel me? Do not disrespect me, and do not disrespect, you know, who I care about. Don't disrespect anybody, bro. Like, I'm very respectful to anybody. But you come against me, you come at somebody I care about, it's over with, bro. I might not look like it right now, but I got one hit quits, bro. That's all I need. I just need one swing on you, and it's done. But I just want to say that, like, somebody answer me why you feel the need to be so lewd towards people. I was watching a live stream today. It was on one of my favorite channels. It's This Guy Trucks. I was watching his live stream, and he had this trucker I've never heard of her. Her name was Honey Badger, something like that. But she was saying, like, she was in the truck stop, and a guy knocked on her window, and she rolled down a little bit, and he was like, hey, you want to suck my, you know, I try to not cuss or anything on my channel. I'm trying not to. So I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but you get the point, right? It's not like it's a Da Vinci Code that you have to just decipher and everything. You get what he was saying. Now, why are you going to do that? Like, homeboy, if she wanted to do that, I guarantee she would have came up to your truck and said that. Man, people are stupid. Truckers, y'all, we need to change our ways. That's all I need to say. We need to change how we treat people, how we treat other truckers, how we treat these workers that we come across, how we treat members of the opposing sex, mainly females. We need to change this. They have TTA, Truckers Against Trafficking, or TAT, Truckers Against Trafficking. Well, we need TADB, Truckers Against Douchebags. That's what we need. I'll petition for that, because it doesn't make sense to me. But that's all I had to say. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. Wanted to bring to light something that people need to think about. If you're a female and you're thinking about getting into trucking, do not get a CB radio, or turn it off every time you're in a truck stop, because you're going to hear some stuff about you. Especially if you're a really pretty female trucker, turn that thing off. Or just don't come in trucking. Like, I hate to say it, but there's some nasty men up here. Nasty, nasty men. But that's all I wanted to say. Y'all be safe out there. Alright, bye.